the market will have no choice but to compensate. That's bad for everyone who owns an air conditioner.
Conditioner. Conditioner.
That's bad for everyone who owns an air conditioner.
Long-term interest rates will spike.
And in a week, yields on our 10-year notes will pierce the 7% threshold. That
Pierce. Pierce.
will pierce the 7% threshold. That
Well, what might that look like?
We could raise inspection rates on foodstuffs. Hold them in our ports till they rot.
Rot. Rot.
Hold them in our ports till they rot.
How much?
Bury the move with increased spot checks all the way around.
These sort of tactics don't solve the immediate problem. Man, people are paying triple the standard rate for electric.
Triple. Triple.
Man, people are paying triple the standard rate for electric.
It would show China we're willing to wait this out.
Do we have the resources?
I'd have to run the numbers, anticipate fluctuations, consider different models.
Fluctuation. Fluctuation.
Anticipate fluctuations, consider different
You're
models.
I already have found a solution.
Oh, please, Frank, a Sumerian subsidy.
Is that your skepticism of Raymond's?
Skepticism. Skepticism.
Is that your skepticism of Raymond's? Well, he doesn't have much of a choice.
Why are you cornering him?
I'm cutting the rate by half. I'd call that liberating him.
Liberate. Liberate.
I'm cutting the rate by half. I'd call that liberating him.
I think it would make a fluttering noise like I don't know. Your flutters?
Flutter. Flutter.
Your flutters?
What do we want to do for dinner tonight? I've got some leftover chicken, or we could order pizza.
Leftover. Leftover.
I've got some leftover chicken, or we could order pizza. We keep it at 65 degrees, and it's free. You got $18 for vodka soda free.
Vodka. Vodka.
Free.
Maybe. I don't want to comply. It'll get overturned. Big fuss for nothing.
It might get overturned, but it gets ink along the way.
Overturn. Overturn.
It might get overturned, but it gets ink along the way. Like a lot.
I'll take that as an insult.
You should.
Insult. Insult.
I'll take that as an insult.
You should.
It's not too bad in here, all things considered.
That's because we in the shade. When you get outside a couple hours from now on that pavement,
Pavement. Pavement.
you get outside a couple hours from now on that pavement, Friday. I can't tell the difference no more. I tell you what, though. Stuff go down around here when the mercury pop 100.
Mercury. Mercury.
Stuff go down around here when the mercury pop 100.
Brings out the animal in us, huh?
That ain't no joke. What used to wake me up? Gunshots.
Gunshot. Gunshot.
What used to wake me up? Gunshots. Now, people fucking. Moaning and screaming like goddamn cats in the alley.
Moan. Moan.
Moaning and screaming like goddamn cats in the alley. Moaning and screaming like goddamn cats in the alley. You know what they say? When you get hot and sweaty.
Sweaty. Sweaty.
You know what they say? When you get hot and sweaty. You know what they say? When you get hot and sweaty, it make you ripe and ready.
Ripe. Ripe.
It make you ripe and ready.
When I walk out that door, it's business as usual, no special treatment.
Don't worry, you won't need a restraining order.
Restrain. Restrain.
Don't worry, you won't need a restraining order.
Surprised you didn't go for the waitress.
Waitress. Waitress.
Surprised you didn't go for the waitress.
I don't want his story to come out any more than you do. It was a major asset if it does. Can you squash it for security reasons?
Squash. Squash.
Can you squash it for security reasons? It was a major asset if it does. Can you squash it for security reasons? Not once it's been shared with the press. First Amendment crap.
Crap. Crap.
Not once it's been shared with the press. First Amendment crap. Ward isn't making things any easier. She wants a notch in her belt.
Notch. Notch.
She wants a notch in her belt.
You have a better idea? No, sir. We can't avoid the battle, but we can choose the battlefield.
Battlefield. Battlefield.
Can't avoid the battle, but we can choose the battlefield. I respect you as a journalist, but these questions, why don't you just ask me when I stopped strangling people's pets?
Sir.
Strangle. Strangle.
When I stopped strangling people's pets.
Sir.
But I will not engage. And I think it will only prove to highlight how ridiculous Mr. Goodwin's claims are. I pity him.
Pity. Pity.
Ridiculous Mr. Goodwin's claims are. I pity him.
They have social security numbers, past addresses.
And so does everyone from California to Maine. Have I conspired with all of them?
You have.
Conspire. Conspire.
Have I conspired with all of them?
You have.
You know, people say the same thing about Area 51. You can conjure up little gray men if you really want to. Did you?
Conjure. Conjure.
You can conjure up little gray men if you really want to. Did you? Tom, you're embarrassing yourself.
Did you kill Zoe Barnes?
I've given you more time than this nonsense deserves.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
I've given you more time than this nonsense deserves.
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything. I'd like you to leave. I have a right to legal counsel, and you haven't presented a warrant.
We can't.
Warrant. Warrant.
I have a right to legal counsel, and you haven't presented a warrant.
We can't.
Garrett's not a good liar. The gift of a good liar is making people think you...
Liar. Liar.
The gift of a good liar is making people think you...
I have never once personally advised the cabinet to push me up against the wall. Do not
Pragmatic. Pragmatic.
push me up against the wall. Do not try and spin me, Frank. I am too old to tango.
Then I'll be blunt. Except...
Blunt. Blunt.
Then I'll be blunt. Except there is no third way here.
Are you intentionally trying to destroy the president?
Intentionally. Intentionally.
Are you intentionally trying to destroy the president? This is about the Secretary of State nomination.
I'm the vice president now, Raymond. I don't cry over what happened in kindergarten.
You're
Kindergarten. Kindergarten.
And I don't cry over what happened in kindergarten.
You're
The latest estimate I got was 2 to 3 hours, maybe sooner.
Raymond, was this intentional?
Sir?
Intentional. Intentional.
Raymond, was this intentional?
Sir?
He wants a seat back at the table. Those plants are fine.
Why is he doing this? We've had our differences, but something drastic like this?
Drastic. Drastic.
Something drastic like this?
I didn't know what else to do.
Tell the truth.
They'll arrest me. They'll discredit everything I say. And
Discredit. Discredit.
they'll arrest me. They'll discredit everything I say. And
To share every piece of information I have with you. We agreed to a mutually beneficial partnership. That's all.
Mutually. Mutually.
We agreed to a mutually beneficial partnership. That's all.
You may have all the money, Raymond, but I have all the men with guns. It's a burner, pre-dialed. She's expecting. Oh!
Burner. Burner.
It's a burner, pre-dialed. She's expecting. Oh!